Check, check. Oh, jeez. Check, check, check. Check.
We good?
I can hear us. Yeah. No, nope. There we go.
Good.
All right, let's just go because something's wrong with the intro.
Don't wait.
Oh, that would help.
It was with
Yeah, that helps. All right, you ready?
And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Decision Hour here at the the sanctuary, I guess we can call it, is our new home here. But, hold on one second. Why am I getting echo? There we go. Let's try that. There we go. I'm good. All right. So welcome everybody. We haven't been on the air for about 3 weeks, and apparently we forgot how to run a board, and I forgot how to set up the equipment. And
Right.
we've only been gone for 3 weeks. So, but we're glad to be back. The last couple of weeks have been crazy, man. I've been out covering the Arizona Diamondbacks, running around. You've been out, making things happen. Yeah.
Trying to, man. Trying to. It's been, it's a process. If I've always said, like, if this stuff was easy, everybody would be doing it, and it's definitely not easy. It's been a very humbling experience, but one that I'm definitely grateful for. So,
Outstanding. Yeah, and you take what you have and you learn from it and you move forward. That's the only thing that you can ask, as long as you continue to move forward, regardless of what the results were.
right.
You learn from them and you move forward and you continue to move forward. It's the individuals that refuse to move forward because they give up, because it got too hard for them. That I think those are the ones that we need to speak to tonight. And the topic for tonight, first off, I do got a quote, and I forgot who said it, but it's a quote that I've remembered for a long time. I just forgot who said it. It says, if you like me, raise your hand, and if you don't like me, raise your standards. So
Nice.
So basically what that means is, me personally, I'm sure that wasn't to me personally, because it was on before me, but I mean, if I was the one that was saying that, then a lot of people, well, I don't know if there's a lot of people out there. As a matter of fact, I haven't run into too many people that don't like me. I think I'm a pretty likable guy, but there's a lot of things that I say, and there's a lot of ideas that I have, and there's a lot of success that I have that people don't like, because they can't see themselves having that type of success. And one of the reasons is their standards for themselves are low. Their standards for themselves to succeed beyond what society says they should be is really, really low. So they can't see themselves doing what we do. Like, for example, the other day I was talking to somebody about Bets on Media and how it was created, how you and James got together one day, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but you guys decided to start your own media outlet. And there's definitely certain things that you have to work to do, but when people actually think about running their own media outlet, they're probably thinking it's a lot harder than it actually was. I mean, am I right to say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So because they say that type of stuff, and they think that it's too hard for them to do, then automatically they can't see it happening for them, and they don't even try. You know, and I'm not saying that everybody has to go out and try and run their own media outlet, because we don't want that much competition. But but at the same time, I mean, if you have a goal in mind that you really truly want, then just go get it. Don't think about the things that, well, this might happen or this might happen. And I don't think I got the strength to do that.
Everything, there's always going to be something that comes up that tries to block you to get to where you want to go. Whether that's in business, relationship, that's just life in general. There's always going to be something there that is going to try to prevent you from moving forward. It's going to try to discourage you from getting to where it is that you want to go. And you can add that in any aspects of your life.
And I agree with that. But here's the thing. The biggest thing that stops people from doing what they want to do, what they really want to do, is themselves.
Yeah. People
will talk themselves out of something so quick before they've even attempted it. You know, whether it's to, do like we do, or become an entrepreneur, or lose weight, or go get your degree, or whatever the case may be, before they even make the slightest attempt to get started, they've already talked themselves out of it. Because again, their standards for themselves and what they believe themselves capable of doing is so low that it prevents them from even taking the most basic actions. So today's show is about raising your standards. You have to raise your standards if you want to create a better life for yourself. If you've never had something and you see somebody with it, there's no reason why you can't also have that.
Right.
Okay. And again, it goes back to the fact that the only reason is that you will stop yourself, because you don't have high enough standards that says, I'm going to go do this. So, case in point, people that want to lose weight and people that exercise every day, their standard is to they roll out of bed, they put their shoes on, and they go run, or they go straight to the gym, whatever the case may be. The people that want to lose weight but have very low standards for themselves will roll over, and then roll over again, and then roll over again. And next thing you know, they're saying, well, okay, maybe tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because their standards for themselves, and don't laugh at me, Adam.
No.
I know that. I may be at fault in that area. That's not one of my goals right now. But when it becomes one of my goals, when I have that standard for myself, then absolutely I will hit it, and I will knock it out of the park. Until then, I'm still paying $20 a month for a gym membership. That the little key on your keychain, that little tab on your keychain is going to get worn out before I even step in the door. Shut up, Adam. But I mean, if that's what I really wanted for myself, and I really wanted to make that happen, then I would set that standard. I'd be more like my sister, who over a year ago was 400 pounds. I don't know if it was exactly 400 pounds, but she was big. And I'm not exaggerating when I say 400 pounds. She was pretty close to it, if not to it. And she'll be the first one to tell you.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing that you're putting your sister out on blast like that.
No, I love my sister to death. You want to know why? Because she's down to like 210 right now.
Right now.
Because she set the higher standard. She set the highest standard possible for herself to get down to, like, I think she wants to get down to like 160.
Yeah.
She's already lost a person. She's lost 2 of him.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at Adam's son.
Yeah.
All right. At least 2 of those. I mean, kudos to her. And I tell her all the time how proud I am of her. She'll send a little Facebook update, at Planet Fitness, as they've got a Planet Fitness is from New England, even though we got it out here in Arizona. And yes, that is the one I'm a member of. But she'll always send updates saying, I'm at Planet Fitness. And very rarely, very, very, very rarely, like once about every 3 to 4 weeks, I'll get an update that says, I'm just too sore to go today. Tomorrow I'll make it up. And she stands by that, and she's right back at it the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have those standards for yourself and she knows exactly where she wants to be, and she knows for sure that she's going to get there, you know? So when you create your vision, your path, whatever it is you're doing, again, if you're going to be, you know, you want to earn a certain amount of money, you want to lose a certain amount of weight, you want to go get a certain degree, associate's, bachelor's, master's, doctoral, whatever the case may be, you want to get a promotion at your job, you want to be a better husband, be a better wife, a better parent, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you want, if you raise your standards for yourself from where they're currently at to where you truly want to be, all right, and that's not just what you do, though.
Let me
Okay, go ahead.
can I throw a quote in here real quick?
Go ahead.
The only thing standing between you and your goal is the bullshit story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it.
Exactly. It's the people that are the most dishonest with themselves that never achieve anything. Right.
Let me get personal for a minute.
Go ahead.
Because I have a tendency, as most people know, that I wear my life, my story.
You got a very powerful story. So why don't you go ahead and share it?
What, my whole story?
Maybe not the whole thing. We weren't an hour long. Give us the abbreviated version.
It was fall. That's a long time ago. Man, I just lost my train of thought now. What was I going to say? I was,
wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I totally forgot where I was going with all of that now. What were we saying?
All right. So basically, in order to, if you set that standard, that's just the very basic step. That's the first step, is acknowledging where you want to go, where you need to go.
Okay. So with that said, I was the type of guy, and there's still days where I make excuses on why it doesn't get done. And then I go to bed at night and I think about everything that needs to get done. And then it stresses. Then I get to a point where it affects me mentally and health and then physically, because I stress out about it, because now I'm thinking about so much stuff instead of, like, I've noticed that when I create a list for the day, I get more stuff done than if I just try to think about, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. I just go down the list, and then I feel accomplished, like I've done something that day. Now I might not get everything that I wanted to get done, but at least I did something, as opposed to going through the entire day. I got this to do, and nothing gets done because you're thinking too much about, you're thinking about it too much, not putting any action behind it. And I've always struggled with that, whether it's with business, with my relationship. It's always been that. And then I have a tendency to read into things. So there might be something that I think is there that isn't there. And then I'm just like, well, what is this? Case in point, my relationship. I love my girlfriend to death, Liz. And I don't think she's listening, but she might say something and I'll take it out of context, and it's because I haven't raised my standards. And she's got very, I don't want to say she's got high standards, but she's very articulate. She's she's got a very kind soul. And I realized that I've learned a lot from her thus far, that I need to do and be better, because it'll make me a better person as well. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
And that's the same with friends and other relationships. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself, and going back to from a business side of things, I have a tendency to where I have to do it all myself. I have a, one would think that as an NCO in the military, that I wouldn't have a problem with delegation and stuff. And sometimes you get people that believe in what you're doing, ask them for help. It's okay to ask for help, because I don't know of a single person that hasn't been successful without having some type of help along the way, whether it's with advice or somebody physically doing something for you or what have you. So, I think this topic that, raising your standards tonight fits very, very well, especially with everything in my life personally and on a professional side of things. And I laugh because it's it's something that I do struggle with even today. But it's good because that's how you grow.
Right. You know, thank you for sharing that, man. I appreciate that. And I'm going to give you some advice. And I know I can do this off camera or whatever, but I think it's a good lesson to teach our listeners as well. Adam made a good point, and he said, you know, I sit down in the day and I make this list, and I got all this stuff that I have to do. One of the great things that has relieved so much stress in my life with everything I do as sports director, covering games, writing articles, doing my day job, doing this show, doing the sports show, whatever the case may be, okay? Everybody's got a laundry list of things to do during the day, or most people do. Other people just sit on their butts and collect a check every day. You know, and that's their standard. That's the way they are. They don't want to go above that standard. That's on them. But I'm not going to let those people hold me down moving forward. Basically, okay, so let's say you got this list. Back to the list, okay? You get up in the morning, you got to think, okay, I got to do this. I got to drive the kids to school. I got to go grocery shopping. I got to go do this. I got to get furniture repaired. I got to, you know, have the lawn done. I got to get the backyard done. I got to, you know, go out and pick the kids back up. And I got to take this guy to karate practice. I got to take this one to tennis. I got to take this one to football. I got this is I got to do. And if you just think of it, that, you know, you got all this stuff that you got to do is going to drive you crazy, which is when, like Adam said, a lot of stuff doesn't get done. But this is what you do. And I've said it before. If it's your first time listening to the show, shame on you, but thank you. I've said this before, and this has changed my life. And I got this from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is a genius. He says, concentrate on the 20% that'll give you 80% of the results. So you got that list, okay? You got that whole list of things that you need to do. First off, when you create a list, you're not creating a list of things that you need to do. You're going to create a list of outcomes for that day. What is your ultimate outcome? So what you do is you look at that list of 15 different things and you start grouping them. Okay. All this has to do with my son. This, and this has to do with radio. This, and this has to do with school. This, and this has to do with the house. Okay. And then you look at each group and say, what is my ultimate outcome for today? What is it that I ultimately have to get done today without question? All right. And then you look at that list and you pick out the major ones from each section. That'll get you 80% of your daily results. Because most of the time, your biggest results will come from one or two of those things. And then you got 3 or 4 little things that you got to do around it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But instead of concentrating on those 1 or 2 of those things, you've got your list 1 through 5. And those 2 things are at 4 and 5. And here you are starting at 1. And then by the time you get to 4, you're tired. You know, and you don't even attempt 5 because the day is almost over. Whereas if you just would have started out and you would have went to 4 and 5 to begin with, you had a pretty good day already. You know what? Let me just go ahead and knock out those other stuff. You're already motivated to knock it out. Or, case in point, since that gave you the biggest results of the day, the other stuff can wait till tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's something that helped me out, especially with my job. And it actually gave me a $10,000 raise. It was a lot easier than I thought it was. It's funny how when they think you're going to quit, they'll give you a raise. That's never happened before.
That doesn't work with everybody.
But it did work. It's fun. And so I told them, I was like, I went from I'm probably out of here at the end of the month to I can give you to like October, November, you know, because I love my job. I do.
Yes, you do.
I love my job. I got a lot of really good friends that I've helped because of the position that I was in my job. So I definitely love my job. But there will be a time where I'm going to want to travel a lot more, which, by the way, my next vacation is next week to Nashville, Tennessee.
It's next week, isn't it?
It is next week. It is next week, and I can't wait. The Opryland Resort.
That's such a beautiful place, man. You're going to have a blast out there, man.
I think so, man. It's going to be me and about 3,000 friends.
Yeah.
From the Empower Network. It's going to be a great event. I can't wait. And I can't wait until we have our next one. I don't know where it's at, but if I had to pick, I think it would be like in Miami, where they would just get one big yacht and a couple big yachts, and we just go around the water all day. Anyway, moving to, hey, if you want to join me and Adam, and we'll show you how to do it. And we'll get back to that in a second. But anyway, so raise your standard. Okay, so you got this standard of life that you want to start living. All right. And I'm going to tell you right away, you're not going to go from A to B immediately.
I tell you what, it takes a lot of work, JD.
It does.
You know, it's not a lot of people. You know, and what we do a multi. You know, we've dabbed, and I'm actually part of 3 different multi-level marketings right now as we speak.
Outstanding.
And it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
You know,
The legitimate ones take work.
The legitimate ones take work. The other ones, they'll just rob you blind.
Yeah, they'll rob you blind.
And those aren't multi-levels. Those are
pyramid
schemes. And everybody mixes the two, and that's for another show.
That's a great show for next week.
Yeah, and I'll break down into detail the difference between the definition between the two.
All right.
But with Empower Network, they give you the tools. They have a product that you can use on. I mean, we have CEOs. I'm a CEO of a company, and I use some of these products for what we're doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I use it for some of the other radio shows.
Yep.
They have product that you can use. There's value to what they have. You know what I mean? The other thing is that it's man, I'm horrible tonight. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
My train of thought.
I love where you were going, but that's a topic for next week.
Yeah, no, it's to do what we do. It takes a lot of work. It's not a get rich quick scheme by any means. So if you're thinking that you're going to get rich overnight, you're a moron.
Yeah, we don't want you.
Yeah,
we don't want those type of people.
No, because it's not one of those where it's not one of those where it's like, I joined this thing, $150 a month. Not, and I'm just using that as an example. That's not what it is, or
right?
Anything like that. And I made my first $1 million in a week.
Yeah, I wish.
Boom.
No,
that happened.
It takes
you know,
work.
I was listening to a CD by Jeff Olson, who it was a part of another organization that I won't bring up, but they started years and years and years, about 15 years ago, and he was just like, this multi-level marketing is not anything like it's not a get rich quick. It is a business. You have to grow it just like anything else.
Absolutely.
Now, with that being said, you can have a lot of people do multi-level marketing because they have like a day job, such as yourself.
Yep.
And they use this to supplement their income, or to get to a point where they build it up to where someday that they can leave their job and do this or whatever on a full-time basis.
Right. And I started mine because I mean I was in the paycheck to paycheck world where I know a lot of you are at. You know, and I was really tired of it. It broke me down. It hurt like hell. But my best day was the day that I admitted it and I said something was going to be done about it.
Right.
And I was blessed enough to find Empower Network. Now they join Empower Network, join, you know, whatever Tony Rollins is doing these days, just join something. Okay. Because you got to raise the standard of life. And I'm a little off track here, but basically getting back to what I was saying. Okay, so raising your standards. All right. The thing that's going to get you there to that standard that you want, that standard of life, is routines. Okay. And rituals. You know, things that you do on a consistent, keyword, consistent daily basis. Okay. Let me give you an idea. Okay. First off, anytime we use any type of income claims or anything like that, first off, they're just for guidance. There's no guarantee behind them. You can see Empower Network's income disclosure on empowernetwork.com/income. empowernetwork.com/income is our income disclaimer. Is we are fully 100% upfront, open, and honest. This isn't for everybody. All right. As a matter of fact, a lot of people that come in don't make a dime because they don't put in the work, the time, and the effort. And if you think that everybody does, you're out of your mind, because they don't, because they've got this fascination, this standards, extremely low standards that they just have to sign up, you know, put a blog on the internet, and then they make $1 million. It just doesn't happen that way. Okay. One of the things that I can guarantee, all right, one of the things that I will definitely guarantee, I can guarantee you that not every single person that is fully invested into Empower Network makes 6 and 7 figures. But I can also guarantee you that every person that makes 6 and 7 figures annually is all in. And what I mean by that, it could be financially, but most of the time it's mentally, it's physically, and it's daily, consistent routine. Which actually, right now, we're about an hour around behind from where we're usually at, because right now is Tactical Tuesdays for Empower Network.
Tactical Tuesdays.
I love them, but I'm okay doing this time slot right now because they re-show it again at 6 a.m.